What's going on, guys, and welcome back. Rewind about a year ago, and Spectrum Destroyer was the hot deck in Marvel Snap, so much so it kind of resulted in the first ever balance patch that we received post-launch. They took Destroyer from a 16 power card down to a 15. What I would give for a 16 power Destroyer to be our meta woes these days, but that's besides the point. Well, today's deck, Counter Destroyer, looks to bring back Spectrum Destroyer's burst combined with the best counter cards in Marvel Snap, resulting in surprisingly large cube wins, a stellar win rate of over 65% with 1,000 games played, and best of all, as always, tons of flexibility. Now, no matter what floats your boat, we have an ongoing burst side, but we also have an on reveal with your favorite card in the game, Goliath. And today we're going to walk you through everything you need to know about the deck, taking a special focus on replacement options, playlines, and of course, win conditions. Now, before we jump into the deck essentials, I want to take a quick moment and just quickly say thank you, guys. As you know, I've been in and out and haven't had that much content over the last couple of weeks. We've been dealing with some big complications with my son in the hospital. If you guys follow me on Twitter, you guys have seen the updates in the post, and it's no doubt been the toughest point of my life. So thank you guys for not only the huge amount of support, but also being understanding about the entire situation. Means more than you guys know. Now let's go and take a look at the first version of the deck, and we're going to break down the deck essentials. Again, we have an ongoing build and more of an on-reveal build, or you can call it the Goliath and the Spectrum build. But guys, Destroyer is going to be in every single one of these decks, obviously, to help us handle the huge amounts of Annihilus out there, to get rid of the Voids, the Hoods, the Goblins, everything coming to your side nowadays. Professor X is obviously a huge part of the meta, and it's going to be the same here to protect our cards from the Destroyer as our final playline. And then we have Armor to not only counter Destroy decks that are having a huge effect in the meta, but we're also obviously going to have Armor protect us from the Destroyer as well. And we're going to go ahead and start with the on-reveal flex cards. This is going to be a deck made of a lot of cards that don't wow you, but again, guys, the win rate is through the roof right now to counter kind of everything up in today's meta. In this version of the deck, we're going to be looking to have cards like Polaris or Jessica Jones Rescue to really help us get big numbers fast to throw down Professor X and claim one lane, while again relying on Destroyer, Goliath, or just using one of our other counter cards to win the other. In this on-reveal version, we're looking to have cards like Shang-Chi, Enchantress as our main counter options. And again, your choice on Rescue or Jessica Jones. I think both of these have extreme value, with probably more going towards the Jessica Jones route, but I love Rescue as a cap-off on turn 5. Now in the deck as well, we also have a card that you probably haven't played with in quite a while, but obviously locations matter so much in Marvel Snap, and so Scarlet Witch has a nice spot in the deck. You can go with other options here. Obviously, in the Spectrum build, you can go more towards ongoing, but she's great to just do what she does, and that's going to be disrupt those decks that rely on Limbo. We're seeing a lot of She-Not nowadays, so that's kind of why she's in the deck. Again, you can go with Nico, you can go with Legion if you want to be a bit more cost-heavy, but Scarlet Witch is making a nice spot for this on-reveal version. And when it comes to Polaris, we have her in the deck for a couple of reasons. Number one, she's great to just have big power on the lane that you're looking to Professor X. But on top of that, you can move cards like Nebula, Sunspot out of the lane that you want to Pro X. You don't even have to play her there. Spider-Man obviously works as well. For those that have Negasonic unlocked, the deck's not bad at getting priority, so I do enjoy putting her in the deck. And then, of course, you can do Cosmo as well. I would say Polaris is probably working the best in my majority of games, and that's the one slotted into the high win rate deck. Now that we got the flex cards out of the way, let's quickly talk about the main goal of the deck. Again, we're trying to play defensively first and foremost in a good majority of the time. When you're looking at your opening hand and as you draw your turns, the main things we're looking for is either going the Armor route or the Professor X route. The Professor X route is easy. It's going to be Nebula, it's going to be Polaris, Jessica Jones Rescue, building up a lot of power, capping it off with Professor X so that the opponent can't win it with Miss Marvel or Jeff. And then on the other side, we also have the Armor lane, and this is great. Playing Armor on turn 6 where you think they may play Goliath, or just setting up all of your ongoing cards in the Armor lane, or even your on-reveal cards in the Armor lane is typically pretty fine. I do like playing Destroyer in this lane if you can. If you can try to win one of the other lanes and then you play Destroyer here because you don't have to worry about Goliath, is always great. And then you play defensively, right? You're going to use your counter cards. You're going to play Enchantress. This deck is made to counter right now in this meta. You have Destroyer for Annihilus. Loki can't do a lot with the cards that he's taking from you. Shang-Chi can get rid of the big threats. Enchantress, everybody's playing the Miss Marvel crazy package in the middle. She gets rid of all of those at once, obviously. So you're looking to put out decent power and then counter as much as possible. All right, now let's go ahead and talk about the Spectrum side of things. Now, I do have a version that doesn't have Ravonna, maybe if you don't have her, but I want to talk about one that has been slapping for me. The hot location for sure, but with Tarnix, but even more so, just a really good Destroyer deck. So obviously, you guys remember back in the day, you could use Electro with Spectrum in the Destroyer package. You've got the Destroyer to get rid of Electro if you need to on turn 5, and then you have Spectrum for that last second burst. But with here, we also have Ravonna, which is going to work with a lot of the other cards in the deck. We can play, obviously, our Green Goblins, and Hobgoblin can't get destroyed by Destroyer, so it's just going to help us out. And then we've got Warpath, who I think is one of the most slept-on cards in the game. He's got 4, cost 10 power. Not a huge thing to accomplish the 10 power. We just don't need a card on one of our lanes, which is going to be our Goblin lane. On top of that, we can boost him with Spectrum. Zabu can bring his cost down if you don't have Ravonna. And then what's great about this is pro-Xing this lane. People never think of trying to fight against it because your power's so high. You could also play Warpath on the armor lane to protect him from the Shang-Chi. Onslaught is really good to boost up Warpath even more. It makes good for Iron Man, which is obviously also discounted by Ravonna. Now, the only thing in this list here that I'm about to show on screen is that it's going to play largely different than the On Reveal one. However, it is going to work the same with the Destroyer. You're looking to play down the armor early on, get your cards in that lane, or play your Goblins down and play the Warpath. You can be a little bit more aggressive with this deck, playing Professor X on 4, because you have ways to build up that Pro X lane, whether if you want to slot in a Jeff in the deck as a slot out spot, or you want to play your Miss Marvel, boosting it up that way, maybe your Spectrum. You have so many ways to boost up the power with, let's say, Onslaught into Miss Marvel. There's a lot of ways to win with this deck. Now, when talking about Ravonna, obviously you can make a case for Darkhawk or maybe Mystique as well, but typically this build is pretty damn sound. I do have a hard time not putting Mystique with Iron Man, but I'll leave that, guys, up to you. And then, of course, if you don't have access to this build, you do have this version of the ongoing build. We're looking to stack a lot of ongoing cards here to get the nice big burst from Spectrum, or play Destroyer as an alternative option. There are several different ongoing cards that you can play. To name a few, you can go with Man-Thing, Luke Cage, and Lizard. But the ones that I have in my deck right now, it's going to be Mojo, because we have Mojo combined with Jean Grey as an awesome, just forcing your opponent to play in one lane. You know, maybe you have that lane armored up, you play Jean Grey, you play Mojo, and then you can just win one of the other lanes like Professor X. And it never feels bad to fill up this lane quickly, because you can later burst it with something like Spectrum or, of course, Miss Marvel. Miss Marvel could easily be in the other build as well, but obviously I try to make all my decks a little bit different, but Miss Marvel plays really well. And with that, guys, let's go ahead and hop into some battle, show you guys how it works. Again, I would probably say On Reveal is the better deck at the moment, but the ongoing one definitely has some nice burst as well. Let's go ahead and hop into some battles with the Destroyer counter. Alrighty, guys, so we have Kamar Taj opening location. They got the Nebula, the Enchantress, kind of everything we want. This doesn't matter all that much to us, so we can kind of claim this now if we want to. Just need the Professor X. We've got Bar Sinister, which would be awesome for... we can go left side there. Interesting. You go right side Zabu, which I think is also okay. Let's do this. We'll get Jeff now. That'd be fantastic. Okay, so maybe Phoenix Force deck? Alright, this is awesome. We can pretty much guarantee the raft at this point. Definitely going to play here. Let's go ahead and snap too. We snap late, though, unfortunately, but that's okay. He's probably out of here. Alright. Phoenix Forcer. So, do we want the raft card, and how bad do we want it? It's probably. We'll leave this guy here. We can play the Polaris. We can even do a couple things, but yeah, let's go ahead and play her down. Oh boy, that's gonna be a big card. Can we get... Oh, right on time. Okay. We could shung this later, but it's probably gonna be Phoenix Force, which is a bit difficult. No matter what, this is difficult. So let's see. That's a 2, but it's the double of the double. So Phoenix Force, that's gonna come back just bigger than we can beat it. If we lock this in, he wins. He plays Taskmaster here, he wins, right? So this is the safer play. Well, thank God we didn't do that. Well, there we go. We just win. We go Shang-Chi into Onslaught here, and he loses. Unless he expects me to do this, and then he sends it back over. And if that's the case, he's just a god gamer. But let's see what he decides to do. Yep, nothing. Perfect counter. What just happened? So yeah, this is exactly what the deck wanted to do. We had the option to play Destroyer. We had the option to play Enchantress, but didn't really need to. And we kind of played out our cards perfectly to get the dubs. Our next game up, Hell Kitchen gave us Nebula. Love to see it. We've got the Zabu. We have the Jeff, Rescue, and the Pro X. Almost a snapping game to start us out. Camp Lahai gives us Dazzler. Kind of worthless of a card. Zabu's interesting now because then we can play Rescue. I think we're just going to snap, play Jeff out, get the Rescue, and Polaris Rescue, Pro X, clean it up. It's going to be a nice, easy dub if this guy stays through the aggressive snap. All right, he does. We've got the Enchantress to mess around with as well. Let's go Polaris. This... Oh, man, we got so many options. Let's go with this in the middle. Move Luke Cage, so to give us options. He goes Magic left side. Oh, my gosh. Decisions, guys. So, we could play Rescue, like here, and then you Pro X, move it. Like, that's going to win. We could play... We almost don't even need to play this, if I'm being quite honest. Let's go Rescue. I think he wants the space. This, to me, this screams like a combo deck. So let's go Rescue right side. Leave Limbo open if we do get our Witch. Perfect decision there. We've already snapped. We could do that to really make this guy hate his life. Let's go Pro X right side. If he hits us with a Hazmat right now, we're just going to Enchantress the Luke Cage and ruin this guy's game plan, right? Okay, seal this up. He hates his life. He's probably leaving. If he doesn't leave, he's playing Zabu. It's just a combo deck. Yeah, we're gonna be just fine. Oh, it's turn 6. Oh my god. All right, check this out, guys. We're going to hit this guy with the Enchantress, move this, change this. If he does some type of crazy Hazmat play, we simply kill his protection against it. Because I think that's what he's guessing maybe that he can do. I don't know. We had that locked down. 9 on the left, ton in the middle. Kill the Luke Cage. Instant regret coming right at you for an early Christmas gift. Trying to process what's happening here. No way he plays something big in the middle. I mean, great move there, but again, we killed his Luke Cage. Victory. So there we go, guys. Another win here. Again, it's crazy that this combination of cards just equals like nice cheeky wins. All right, we got the hot location, which once we switch to Ravona's deck, I can't wait. This is gonna be crazy with Electro. Let's play down Nebula mid. He gets rid of the Shang-Chi, which is honestly fantastic because we can just play into Tarnix. Couldn't ask for a better card here. Let's go Jeff in the middle. Not great, I'll be honest. Kind of a sticky situation. Let's go... Because, like, we don't want to play Destroyer, obviously. Let's go, do we Gamba over here? This guy's got 200 reveals. I don't think we need this card right here. So let's go and play both of these left side. But we'll do it in this order. Yo, if we get Pro X, this is huge. Oh, dude, that's a 0-cost card? Oh, crap. Dude, I thought it was a 4-cost for whatever reason, but I guess not. He kills our Zabu. That's okay. Okay, so we need Pro X or armor here. All right, we got the Pro X. Beautiful. Okay, so let's go... Do we want to move this left side now? Let's go with this in the middle. I mean, that was a hell of a play for that guy. All right, we're going to disrupt with that. And then we've got our Pro X. Let's go and play him here. So we're going to play that. He's going to think we're going to try to win on Tarnix, and then we just play Destroyer. Right side, 15 up. This is what I'm talking about, these Sentry decks. Even though this is my Sentry, let's just pretend this is a Nihilist deck and he just sent it over. Same concept, right? And this guy's got to be feeling like pretty good with what he's got. Now, that being said, if he plays mid, he's got a fair amount of power here. He does go mid, but the good news for us, ladies and gentlemen, is he picks everything up. Oh, and we close it down. Even better. Okay. So the tough part is do we... Well, okay. Well, this took away the fun. Okay, so let's pretend we didn't get him, right? This is cool because we could have played this, right? If I get rid of this, do I still win? Now, I would move this usually, but we don't know what this could turn things into. So typically, like, this is a really cool play line. This is how you would win a lot of them, right, guys? So you guys understand the science project. Great stuff. This is sadly, this is what we're in. This is the Marvel Snap we're playing. You know, I think Alioth will get addressed personally. Who knows? I don't know. But either way, this is the safer win. We kill whatever he was going to play there. And then we simply just win. The Void thing with Destroyer would have been a lot cooler. But this is the easier play. And we get to see whatever Alioth is about to turn into. So we get that too. So we poof all those. Watch this go to Destroyer. Okay, it's Agatha. Kind of awesome. And then Nico. Okay, so, you know. We could have gotten a really cool Destroyer play right side and would have won. Victory. Nice to see that the Alioth didn't have to be played, but, you know, we're going to go ahead and get the cubes because why not? And perfect example of the different play lines and the different play patterns to get you the win. All right, so we have Mindscape, which is one of those locations. Again, just great stuff to have Scarlet Witch. Again, Scarlet Witch, it's tough to fit her into a lot of decks. But when it comes to a deck like this where you're playing kind of passive, I don't know. I just enjoy her a ton. You know, you don't have to do anything fishy to change this. I'll be Storm and Magic can do the same thing, but we can play her for 2 and on turn 5, right? So we've got Tarnix. We can play here and play her Gambit. Let's go left side, though, and just get nice power on Polaris and build up on either our armor lane and or Pro X. Okay, annoying, but we can deal with it. We can't change it, so if we Pro X that lane, we're going to have to come up with, you know, a different option. We can rescue here. We can play here. The Green Goblin is quite the decision. We're going to go rescue middle, believe it or not. All right, so a little bit of a crazy thing we've got to figure out here. So with this popping up, it makes things complicated. We can kill his Wong and ultimately build up our rescue and probably get ourselves the advantage. We could lock out the left side with a Pro X and then have a little bit of an upside here as well. A couple things we can do. I think this should be enough because no matter what he does, we kind of just, we kill it. If we do Pro X, it keeps it isolated, but we're going to do that. He's snapping on that too. We're going to join him on that. And we're looking pretty good. We do lose our armor per se, but it doesn't really matter because we're giving them the destroyer, which, you know, if anything, it counters them. Again, just these, like, this alignment of cards ends up doing, there's just a lot of ways to counter with it. What you got? Ooh, not bad, honestly. Okay, this guy gave us some interesting options. What do we want to go with here? Dude, I'm not sure. We gave him what? Destroyer, Pro X. Let's roll it. If he plays Destroyer right side, good on him. We do have this Tarnix thing, so. Wad 2 isn't going to cut it. 5. Oh my gosh. Oh, he's going to beat this for sure. Oh my gosh. Absolute chaos, but we won. Yo, what? Well, that was quite the game. He kind of gave us a load of trash, but didn't matter, man. We had the right answer, so call it luck or skill diff. Alrighty, so really good opening hand here. We've got the Nebula early, Zabu, Pro X. This is kind of what you're looking for in your starting hand, right? We know exactly the path we're going. Don't have armor. We're going to go with a Pro X route here. Oh my gosh, it's a martyr. Fantastic. Okay, Baxter building landing here is more than we could ask for. We're going to go Zabu dead mid. Probably play Polaris dead mid and then go from there. We're looking really good to win this, guys. Well, we were looking okay. Okay, we go Shang-Chi now. I think this is certainly a play. This is at the end of turn 4. You know, that's a bummer. Okay, let's instead play this left side then. We can snap now too. Damn Bifrost. Well, you know, I don't think I hate that at all. I think we're actually very happy with what just happened. I can't believe it. The Bifrost comes, Polaris comes, saves the day, usually gives us a card we don't want, but now we just lock this down, and we just won the easiest 2 cubes we're ever going to get. Oh my gosh, and it's against a Loki player. Even better. Even better. Okay, so we're going to have a little bit of fun here, guys. We can only play 1 card at a time, unfortunately. But Martyr is his other card. We can Shang-Chi this bad boy to the moon. We could also just play, like, Goliath here. Kill whatever, then play Shang-Chi. And then we also establish priority, so. Oh, nice. He switched lanes. Oh, you love to see it. Okay. Yo, this is wild. Okay. We've got Goliath, but we don't have priority. Oh my god, what do we do? We're gonna go left side. Hopefully he doesn't play Goliath. That Martyr's gonna move no matter what, though, so we win. I think. So he has to play left side. So playing Goliath left side is probably what he should do, which means the decisions were tough, guys. But then if we played 1 card and he does play there, we definitely lose. So I'd rather Gamba here. Or he just retreats, because that's probably the better option, too. Black Widow. What does this change to? Loki? That Martyr can't move now. Kind of a huge play. That does die. It doesn't change. Ooh! It decides to go to, like, the worst power. 6-cost card, and we still win. I'll be damned. I will be damned. All right, well, we got ourselves the win, guys. He could have played our Goliath on us, but not today. Not today. And probably because he thought we could have just won this and the martyr would have moved. So it was looking great. All right, we open up with Collapse Mine, which is A-okay with us. We don't have much we can do. Haven't ran into any destroy, sadly. But that's okay. We get a free armor left side. Gotta love that. And we've got Zabu. I think we're going to play Zabu here in the mid. Possible Cerebro Gamer, which would be freaking awesome. Oh, the Nexus. What the hell, guys? Okay, so let's go. Yo, there's so many things I want to do here. We're going to go with Rescue to start. Oh, man, I hope he'll stay. If we snap, you think he'll stay, guys? Let's do it. Oh, my God. It's even better than we thought. 100% this guy's a Cerebro Gamer. He's probably going to storm this right side. Is he a Patriot player? Either way, we're good. Okay, so my only fear, and not really, let's just do this. My only fear is that he plays like Absorbing Man and gets double debris. Won't matter anymore. We move that right side. Yo, this is just a Patriot Gamer. He's just a Patriot Gamer. We have this to ruin his life. Like, this is great. I don't think he Patriots here. I think he's relying on the Patriot, but I don't think he Patriots there. This is hot. Oh, we kind of don't want to do a lot right now. We kind of just want to hang out. It's turn 5, and we don't want to play, like, anything. Let's just do this. Oh no, you guys, we get to choose our pick here. We can go with a little bit of that. This is obviously going to win it for us because we kill his Iron Man. He's completely depending on that. And we go where we have more power. He's going to play like Mystique. So even if he plays, let's say he plays Mystique and Patriot together. Right? So that's 4. Is this the clone? Oh, it is the clone. Hold on. So that's 4, 22. That's kind of fat, actually. Holy crap. It'd be 20 to 22. Oh, man. That's... Oh, my God. This guy could beat us. Okay. Nobody's playing Mystique these days. So that's why we went with this line. And that's fine. Perfect. My fear was that he was going to do that, but I have not seen a Patriot Mystique deck in forever, right? And then you had it in 2-2-2. Yeah, he would have beaten us if he did play the Mystique, but I just didn't think he was going to do it. And fun fact, I was going to play Enchantress in the mid, so we would have lost anyway. So good stuff there, man. What a wild game that was. Alrighty, so we kind of start off pretty heavy-handed here. We've got all of our closing cards, which is great. Need the Pro X. The Enchantress is great to get rid of that Quinjet when he does try to Loki, which is another great point. Usually in this deck, if they try to Loki, they get a lot of cards they can't do all that much with. Sure's Lab is going to be good for our Shang-Chi. And here we go. So let's go and let's kill this. Killing the Quinjet is great. We kind of give it power, though. We can do that and then move it with Polaris. I don't hate that. Yeah, this is going to be the only card that he'll be playing that's not, that is ongoing. All right, we've got the Zabu down. We can Polaris now. We're going to go... this is an option. We could kind of jam them here if we want to. I'm thinking we go... I'm thinking with the layout that we have at the moment, probably the best course of action would be to play Rescue down left side. Next turn, we play Zabu alongside Polaris in the mid. Move the Quinjet. That gives us our Shang-Chi for 3. And then, you know, we can do a bunch of other smaller combos. Or we just win outright, play Shang-Chi early. Let's see what we got. All right, so it would be the kind of guessing game at the moment if we decide to do this, but I think Pro X here could just be the play. But there's not a lot we could do with Pro X. Locking down the werewolf is always hot. Let's play Zabu and Polaris both together here. Because either way, this is going to make it wonky, where he can't hop in there with werewolf. We have a lot of power cooking left side. So, like, this should be enough. If he leaves this lane with werewolf, we just win. This guy deserves to win this back. I can't tell you how much this guy deserves to win, but we're going to because he sees that open spot on Tinker's Workshop. It's like, it's too good to pass up. He won't be able to fill the Washington, D.C. If he did nothing, he would win. But he doesn't want to do nothing. He wants to play. I can't even explain how much this guy just... I don't even know what to process right now. Other than this guy just lost himself the battle. That guy could have done nothing and won that. I thought he was going to hop over with the werewolf and we were just going to get the cheeky Shang-Chi, but he decided to go with the last turn Doc Ock. What a play. What a guy. We won by one. That was incredible. And the play order, just perfect. I can't get over that, dude. We didn't deserve to win that at all. All right, now that we've shown you that deck, we're going to play a little bit of the Ravonna Destroyer deck. It's too fun to pass up. The hot location screams it. So I'm going to show you guys how to operate this one. The War Goblins, if you will. Now, I had a deck called War Goblins. It had Galactus. I like the name so much, I stole it. Let's get armor in the mid. He's doing us a solid. And then we have the Fist Tower. So we're going to go probably Green Goblin, Hobgoblin, Warpath, Pro X. We win. Obviously, we want to snap before we show him the -4 Green Goblin. Stark Tower in the middle is kind of cool. And we've got this, which is great, but we don't really need it. We're going to go with Warpath in the middle here. Again, Warpath just being 10 value is cracked, and we don't even have to worry about Shang-Chi because we're playing it in the armor. He goes Jessica Jones, which is probably like the best possible thing he could ever do for us. My guess is he's going to go like Miss Marvel, followed by Onslaught, right? That would be probably what I guess. I don't hate Hobgoblin left side here, but we know he's not playing here. So we're going to go play Hobgoblin right side. He guesses wrong double. He's playing what, the Guardians deck, I guess? We all systems go. Send that on over. And now we have our choice of like what we want to do. Let's see, guys. Do we want to go? We could go with like Onslaught here, which is like he wouldn't win that ever. This is probably the best play though to give us the best chance to win. We had an additional 5. It protects us for the right side too. He's got a lot of making up to do on that right side, so this is probably going to be pretty good to go. My guess is he is out of here. Yep. Well, that was fun. Victory. That was like the perfect opening game. Just starting off with the deck to show you how it works. And I'm telling you, man, I'm telling you guys, Warpath, Armor, Destroyer, a little bit of Goblins. It's perfect. It's super slept on. All right, starting off with that great, just expensive hand here. But we have ourselves exactly what we wanted. Electro top deck, turn 1. We're going to play Electro into Tarnex. Love to see it. And then we just have all these big cards. This is kind of the name of the game. Don't do it. Okay, we're good with that. I was gonna cry. Okay, so we've got Ravonna that we can play out now in the mid. He lost his Nico. Wow, okay. He's playing a Loki deck. I don't think I care if he gets anything that we have here. And he's a Loki player, so we know he's not going anywhere. Other than, like, I don't know, Swordmaster, getting rid of... well, even that I don't care about. This is probably our best play. And then we'll go, like, Hobgoblin middle. He needs the space, too, so this is perfect. Now, he was kind enough to give us a lane for our Destroyer. We killed that, which is fine because we end up getting rid of the thing that we needed to get rid of. This complicates things because we have 2 lanes. You can't play him there because the Cosmo's there, so it's a little awkward, but we're going to be okay. And we got to pick, where do we want to Pro X? Probably mid, because then we can always Spectrum into that. We could just play Goblin now. All right, how big is this going to be? Okay, well, that's a decision. What is this? The bear? All right, we got our Spectrum. He matches us on power. That could have been brutal. And here we go. So we're going to go with Spectrum left side, build up that power, and then this is where he does his Loki left side with, like, Quinjet, maybe. Werewolf by night. Sentinel. He's out of here. This guy's gonzo. Absolutely gone. Goodbye, sir. Build that up a little bit. Oh my gosh, guys. This is crazy. Our Warpath is going to get the bonus. We're just not going to play right. And we're going to have, like, what, 23 over there? We're golden. If we add Destroyer, man, that is, like, the most perfect 18 power Destroyer. We win the game. Yo. He just goes for it. He just goes crazy. But because we had the Warpath, we get the dubs. Warpath was huge. And that's really it. Again, it's a very simple deck. There's a lot of cards coming at your opponent, so it's tough for them to guess exactly which route you're going and what you're playing. Whether you finish off with Goliath and they have no idea that, you know, that was coming, or you have the Spectrum boost, the Destroyer. This deck is great at making your opponent think you're playing one thing, and then you swap to another. Obviously, as Goliath is raining down in Marvel Snap, he's typically such a great finisher option, but the Spectrum Destroyer build can definitely go a pretty large distance. Albeit it's somewhat obvious when you're playing Mojo down and Jean Grey. They kind of know where you're going with it. Whereas I think the On Reveal package is such a hodgepodge of cards that they have no idea what they're going up against. Anyway, guys, have a good one. Have a great one. If you haven't subscribed, it would mean a lot if you did right now, as we're chasing 125K. Until the next one, happy snapping.